Hi y'all, Connie here. So we already talked about front post stitches. Let's look a little bit more closely at back post stitches again, all right? So same thing as before. I'm going to start with just a chainless double crochet for personal preferences. And then we're going to switch to back post double crochets this time. All right, let me make sure you're in focus here. All right, so we've got two regular double crochets in the beginning, our first two stitches here. All right, and so here is our next stitch, right? So instead of working into the top of this stitch, we're instead going to do a back post double crochet. So a front post, you come in from you come in from the front. A back post, you go in from the back. So you can leave it like this and kind of do it that way, but I usually flip it over. It goes upside down when you flip it over, but that's how I usually do it. So I go in and back out around the post of the stitch, yarn over and pull that loop forward. Okay, so we're on the back side of our fabric now, but you can still hold it with the front side facing to complete this stitch. Yarn over, pull through two, yarn over, pull through two. All right, let's do that one again, right? All right, so yarn over just like a regular double crochet, but we're going to go in from the back to the front and back out the back again around the post of that stitch. Okay, so from back to front and then out the back again, yarn over and pull the loop around that stitch so that you've got 3 loops on your hook, and then your thread is in the back of your work instead of the front. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so let's do a regular double crochet in the top of this stitch. Okay, you see there's your texture already that you see. The tops of the double crochets are kind of popping forward on this. All right, so let's do a couple more back post double crochets, all right? So yarn over, insert your hook from the back to the front and out the back again. Yarn over, pull up a loop around. I'm going to turn this all the way over for you. So we're going to go around and out and on top, okay? So make sure that when you pull it through that this loop comes out on top and doesn't get hung up on the bottom, right? So you want that to come out on top here of these so that you have 1, 2, 3 stitches or loops on your hook, okay? Just like a regular double crochet. All right, let's do one more. Yarn over from the back to the front, out the back again. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and we'll end with just a couple regular double crochets here so we can see how they compare to the post stitches. My yarn is getting old and snaggy, sorry. Okay, so here we go. This is our first row with back post double crochets. And so you can't tell as much where you've worked around. This right here, that is the loop of thread, or yarn rather, where you've worked around that stitch. So if we flip it over, now it looks just like the front post double crochets that we did, right? Okay, so let's do another row. Okay, so I'm going to flip it over, do another chainless double crochet. Like I said, that's just personal preference. You could do a chain 3, especially while you're practicing. Okay, and so now these back post double crochets look like front post double crochets from this side. But let's do another back post double crochet here, all right? So from the back to the front and out the back again, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 times, okay? Yarn over, insert from back to front, yarn over, pull through 2, okay? Do another regular double crochet in between here, and there's our next 2 stitches. It's easier to see this time, isn't it? Because they're popping forward for you. All right. And then we'll finish out with just a couple double crochets here. Now, a lot of people find that it will be easier for them to work one version of post stitches, either front post, usually it's the front post double crochet that's easier, and back post is more confusing because you're working backwards essentially. But if you'll notice, if you watch the front post video, this looks almost exactly the same as when you're doing the front posts. We're just doing it in reverse order. So those back post stitches are stacking up pretty much exactly the same way that the front post stitches did, right? Because they're doing the same thing. It's just a different direction that we're doing it from. So your pattern is going to look almost exactly the same if you're doing what we just did. All right, so here's our back posts that now look like front posts. And let's do a back post double crochet and another back post double crochet. But then this time, let's get wild. And let's do a front post double crochet around this one in the center. Toho, right? So there's, sorry, let me slow down here. Front post, yarn over from front to back. Oh, I'm getting hung up on something. From front to back and out the front again, working around the post of that stitch, right? And then back post is coming in from the back, around the front, and back out the back again. Okay. And then we'll just do 2 regular double crochets here. Da-da-da, maybe I should have just done 1. Okay. Really do need to retire this yarn. So splitty. Okay, so there, now we've got our back post double crochets, but then we threw in this front post double crochet, and you can see how that really is popping forward. And if we look on this side, here's our back posts, and then that single front post on the other side, which now looks like a back post, right? Is really making that pop the other direction. So when you work these 2 stitches together, the front posts and the back posts, and you alternate them and you stack them, you can get all sorts of combinations of different textures and stitches. A basket weave stitch, for example, is one where you work a 4-row repeat, and you can get some really cool things happening there. All right, so and ribbing, for example, would be a front post and then a back post. Whoops. And a front post. And then a back post. And this will create sort of a ribbing. Or you could do a 2x2 where you do 2 front posts and then 2 back posts. Or 3 and 2. Just kind of however you wanted to do it. But this is a great edging for hats or sleeves or something like that. To just do this little front post, back post, front post, back post. And so you get this kind of extra thick and textured, stretchy-ish fabric. Okay, so that is front posts and back posts. I kind of crammed it all in there on you. But I thought it would be good to show both of them together there. So, yeah, back posts, front posts, all the post stitches. This is a really great textured stitch to learn. And if you've got any questions, if it still wasn't clear, like I said, I know that the back post especially can sometimes be confusing. Let me know, and I will try to help clarify. All right, thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.